So like you're gonna see like decent enough 2-3 piece hit combos, spacing with back air. It's like a slower meteor Falcon, but also aware of what he's able to get away with his specials and like how those sort of weave themselves into his combo game.
Yeah, the kind of inherent intimidation that Ganondorf brings.
Yeah.
I love the way that like Verminubis frames it, which is just like Ganondorf can gamble and dance with high-level players and gets blown up by mid-level players. Because mid-level players will never try to read the Ganon too hard. They just stay out of his face, but high-level players are too tempted to try to actually outplay the opponent, and like the fear that goes into those mind games is exactly where Ganon can find the really, really meaty punishes.
Indeed. We'll see what happens here. So we got MexZaibatsu and Jujuman for the Ganon Ditto. Town and City, I think, is as best a stage as any as we're going to get. Decent enough amount of space, plenty of room to maneuver themselves.
I would be scared of seeing like a Ganon mirror on like Yoshi's Story or something, where like they just explode off the side instantly.
Yeah, that's just like a straight up half-second set. Although it really brings to wonder, like.
No way! And Juju going for the Warlock kick, and it actually works there.
Like you really gotta wonder how brave do you have to be to confidently play Ganondorf at this level, meet someone who's your match, and still just run it on them.
Oh my gosh, Jujuman is doing such a good job of just punishing Mex at the ledge over and over again.
That's the one thing I'm actually not going to want to see from these Ganondorfs is those wayward smash attacks. We know how destructive they can be without even being charged, but they're not active for a long amount of time. And in an odd turn of events, Ganondorf may not be fast enough to be punished the way you intend to punish him.
Yeah.
Might have actually been the case there where Zaibatsu tried to get the F tilt, but Ganondorf just takes so long to get back. It's like, there's no question on if he can get back now. He just needs to get back eventually.
Looking for the spike, and instead misses the tech that sets up MexZaibatsu to make it back just fine.
Okay,
no
I
double
like
jump. Not going to be able to finish off Juju's stock, though.
Oh, he's just going to opt to end it off. I guess that might have stolen the jump. Odd situation there, nonetheless.
Yeah. That, like, it definitely didn't kill outright. There was something else happening. Oh, no double jump. This is, again, where things get really scary. Yeah, Juju intimidated by the up tilt for good reason, too. That was really well timed.
It's worth noting that one of the big changes in Ganondorf's kit for Ultimate was the wind box that was added, or rather amplified, I should say, for up tilt, because it can actually mess with certain movement around Ganondorf. Like, it's a pretty substantial wind box.
Yeah. And it makes it like that much scarier to think, oh, I'm just gonna whiff punish that move. It's just like, what if I misspace myself and I get caught at the last minute?
Juju doing a good job of trying to keep at the ledge here. However, gets the situation turned on himself.
And once again, just gets picked off his neutral getup that time with the forward air. Juju just looking really, really confident compared to Mex. The moment he just pushes him in the corner, even though he's not necessarily finding the edge guards, he's able to just consistently punish Mex's way up from the stage. And you only really need to do that mix-up situation like 2 or 3 times, and then Ganondorf kills you outright.
All right, so now we're going to be taking ourselves to Yoshi's Story Brawl.
Yeah.
Oh, Yoshi's Island Brawl, rather. I know this is one of the stage picks that was a bit more hotly contested as far as the stage list for Smash and Splash goes. Like, people sort of calmed themselves down about Stadium 1 because enough people were able to vouch for it. This stage is all sorts of wacky, though.
Yeah, I have not talked to anybody who's like, I love this stage because I think it's well-designed. Like, that's a sentence I've never heard earnestly.
They've been spacing forward smash for 15 seconds.
There we go, a little bit of the nairs.
So as far as the actual stage pick is concerned, I do think it's a strong pick for Ganondorf. It's worth noting that this stage has seen usage in certain parts of New York City.
No!
Hey, yo, remember that wind box? Hey, you remember that wind box?
No! Like, I understand, like, thinking the smash was going to whip just a moment too soon, but that is such a gamble to go for.
That's heavy dice rolls, yo. Oh.
That being said, I mean, yeah, Juju's not even going to make it back off of that dark dive.
Such a wacky set ahead of us. Like, they're playing their character well, to their credit.
Yeah, like they're actually, like you pointed out earlier, they're playing them like real characters. They're not trying to be gimmick machines. They're playing a very reasonable neutral and taking advantage of like when their opponent is limited, as opposed to making like wild reads trying to be like a clip star. But I mean, it's still ultimately the power of Ganon and the ways that he struggles because of his weight and his size.
A great call out with the down smash.
Yeah. Fastest smash attack that Ganondorf has, and it's really important in those standoffs. Stealing the double jump, I think, too.
Not getting the spike. All right.
But still,
what's the mix?
That up air was so important because that entire time, Zaibatsu did not get his double jump back. And recognizing that he had just managed to barely keep him away, set up Jujuman for just